Howdy folks, Spencer here with another Dilithium exchange update and the latest news for Star Trek Online on both PC and console. As always, chapters to each topic are listed below. Starting with the headline topic and thumbnail, the Dilithium exchange backlog on PC continues to grow, with a gain of 600,000 Zen over the past week following my previous DilEx update in which I recommended you get your Dilithium posted as soon as possible if you want it converted in time for the Black Friday sales at the end of November. That spike, combined with the decreasing effectiveness of existing Dilithium sinks, means that the window for you to get your Dilithium posted at 500 Dil per Zen and converted in time for Black Friday is quickly running out. The most recent data I have is from Cappy Polaron over on Blue Sky, showing that the Dilithium they posted on June 25th when the backlog was at 12.5 million took just under 59 days to complete, finishing on August 23rd. That averages out to 212,276 Zen moving through the Dilithium exchange each day that listing was up. Now, if you take the current backlog of 14.6 million and divide it by the most recent Zen per day info we have, which is that 212.3k number, that comes out to just under 69 days if the amount of Zen going into the system remains constant. That means an order posted today on September 10th would likely not go through until November 18th, and for context, last year's Black Friday sales started on November 19th and then ran through December 3rd, with some secondary sales like the old Muds Bundle sale starting up a week or two later. Now, the sales schedule is likely to be slightly different this year, but the point is that if you want to make sure you have your Dilithium converted to Zen in time for the Black Friday sales, then you're going to want to get it posted as soon as possible. And if you don't get your listings done in time, it's not the end of the world. There will be some very similar sales happening with the winter sales as we head into 2026, so you'll have a couple of extra weeks to prepare for those. And for those of you that need a quick refresh on how to access and use the Dilithium exchange, you're going to open up your inventory, go to the Assets tab, and then Dilithium, you'll see Exchange there at the bottom right of that. And for converting your Dilithium to Zen, you want to be on the Buy Zen tab. And it's very important right now, because we have this backlog situation on PC, you have to put your listing up at 500 Dil per Zen. If you put it up at any other price, it's not going to go through. So I'm going to go ahead and type in Dil per Zen 500. And again, make sure you're on the Buy Zen tab. And I'm going to just type in the amount of Dilithium I have here. So 243,000. And I'm going to submit the offer to buy. Now, once you have that up, that is going to be put into the queue, basically. The backlog is basically a first come, first serve system. So you now need to leave it alone. If you withdraw this offer, you'll be resetting your position in the queue, and you'll be starting to wait all over again for that listing. So I've seen some people get impatient where after 30 days, their listing still hasn't moved, and they cancel it and repost it. If you do that, you are making your wait even longer, so don't do that. Just be patient. It will eventually go through. And once it's converted, it'll be in the exchange balance for you to withdraw. So if you wait the 60 plus days, that would be Zen that you're withdrawing. Now, you do need to be careful here because you can sell your Zen instantly. It's going through and converting it back to Zen from Dilithium. That is going to be a very long wait. So if I wanted to go in and sell my 409 Zen here, you can watch this. It's going to go through instantly. Now, if I wanted to, again, go back through and convert that from Dilithium back to Zen, that's where this Dilithium exchange backlog comes into play, and it would now take me, 60 plus days to get that back as Zen. So the system does work, you just have to be very, very patient. And once you have your Zen, make sure you don't accidentally convert it back to Dilithium. That would really suck after waiting 60 plus days. But hopefully this helps. If you have any follow-up questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And heading over to the news, we got an announcement on the STO side about the partnership with IDW to bring the USS Omega into STO. I covered this ship in a video a bit last week, but there are a few updates here, including an in-game picture of the ship. But the updates here, the Omega is built on the bones of the ancient USS Theseus, another IDW ship that we already have in STO, but attached to the Theseus original skeleton are parts of several scavenged Starfleet ships from across the eras of Star Trek's past. So that's an interesting addition there. So I would imagine the setup and availability of this ship is going to be very similar to the Theseus, so Again, probably Merrick Worker Temporal, and probably Lockbox. Now, on the IDW side, their comic, The Last Starship #1, goes live September 24th, wherever comics are sold. In that issue, there's an exclusive look at the process of adapting the Omega's unique design for Star Trek Online's gameplay. And lastly, as for when this is going to be arriving into STO, on PC, we can expect it to arrive sometime in October. And next up on the lore front, a brand new lore blog of Circuits and Souls dropped earlier today to follow Director Hugh as he works on discovering more about the mysterious Etherians and tries to gain new allies for what is to come. In addition, 2 new Q&A blogs featuring creative director Richard Hayden and senior narrative designer Flo McQuibbin are now live with answers to questions sent in by the community about the current storyline and recent content. Links to both the lore blog and the Q&As are below for those interested. And next up for PC players, the Klingon Recruitment event is now live until September 29th. Alongside this is a sale on Klingon-related items in the Zen store for the next few days. I looked in-game and it says it is going to be ending in like 2 or 3 days, so the blog saying March 13th is very much incorrect. Now, like many of you, I am surprised to see that we're getting a Klingon Recruitment event, given we had one already back in January on PC, and I believe Gamma Recruitment was expected to be up next rather than this. As for why they did that, I wonder if it's because of the recent expansion to the Endeavor system. Klingon recruits have a set of rewards on them that can unlock a few Endeavor perk points and an account-wide Endeavor XP buff, so that could potentially be why. But whatever the exact reason is, there's a ton of really great rewards for the Klingon recruits, including a free Tier 6 ship, though. It's not the best ship, it has no specializations, it does have a good trait on it, Withering Barrage, the Cannon Scatter Volley Extender, and it also has the Enhanced Induction Coils console on it, which is decent to have access to. So all around, it's got a good set of rewards, and like any of the recruit characters, it is very much worth going through and doing the task on them. And if you want to take a look through all of the tasks and the rewards that these characters have, I'll have a wiki link down below for the Klingon recruits. Now, every time this Klingon recruitment event happens, I get questions as to whether or not the 10% Endeavor XP buff stacks if you make multiple recruits. And the answer is no. However, multiple Klingon recruits can still be beneficial for farming Endeavors up a bit faster, as doing Endeavors on these characters can earn a few Endeavor perk points. So playing them long enough to get those perk point rewards can net slightly more Endeavor XP than doing them on your main with the 10% bonus in that time period. And if you'd like to learn more about that, Fluffle has a post over on the STO subreddit breaking down the math of that and what that process entails. It's not something that many of you are going to be interested in doing, but I could see a few of you going out and making multiple Klingon recruits to try and take advantage of this. Next up, for PC players, we have both R&D and Doff events and sales live right now until September 16th at noon Pacific. Events-wise, for R&D, this is additional materials from research boxes and increased XP from research projects. And for Doffing, it's increased Commendation XP from duty officer missions, extra Doffs from some Doff packs, and the particle scanning stuff at the Academy that just isn't worth your time to do. And sales-wise, this is a 20% discount for the R&D and Doff packs, and these are the promotional variants that have a chance to win a promotional Tier 6 ship choice pack that gets you ships like the Breen Yod-Thot, the Connie 3, and so on. Now, I would recommend you don't go for the Infinity promo R&D packs, rather go for the Duty Officer bundle if you're going to go that route. You're going to get more value from the Doff packs than you would the R&D packs. It's the same cost, you're just getting more for your money. And on the Duty Officer side, the Doff slots are also on sale as part of this, so that is just 20% off. These do get a better 25% discount when they do a Start Your Adventure sale or during Black Friday. But the difference between 20 and 25% off on this is like 35 cents or something like that. So if you need the slots right now, then I'd go for it. And whether you're looking to indulge on the Infinity promo packs or if you're wanting to just stock up some Zen for the future, a reminder that there is still Zen sales live on PC up until September 17th at noon Pacific. So that is a 20% bonus for Arc and Steam, and if you're playing through the Epic Game Store, that's a 20% discount, along with the 20% Epic rewards, and of course, if you are one of the lucky few able to buy your Zen through the Epic Game Store, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could use code CasualSAB at checkout. And for console players, the Breen Yod-Thot is now officially live over there. It's an amazing ship, the accessories on it are good, especially that Fire at Will extender trait, and the ship itself is a very, very high performer. And with this being a promo ship release, the Infinity promo R&D and Doff packs are going to be in the store on console until September 29th at noon Pacific. And for this launch week up through September 15th, console's going to have the same R&D and Doff events that I just covered for PC, along with a 20% sale on the promo packs until the 15th. And again, as I said with the PC side of things, if you're buying the promo packs, go for the Doff bundle or specifically the Deltas. The duty officers and unique items that you get from those packs tend to have a much higher value than the R&D packs. And lastly, as many of you know, the 8th was Star Trek Day, so in STO, we now have the Fleet Museum active above DS9 and ESD, so if you go in and hail all the ships, you can get a special title, Historical Documents Expert, and alongside that, you get to hear the Federation President every single time we load into those maps. But that is all I have for you guys today, so if you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them down below, and as always, thank you to all channel members and viewers for the continued support. See you guys around.